Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to Play This at My Funeral, the podcast about music and life and death. I'm your host, Dina Susan Alabade, and I'm so happy you've landed here in our little corner of the world because we're getting into some deep existential conversations. So buckle up. I hope you're ready to tear away any sort of avoidance you have about going deep, getting real, and the nitty-gritty ins and outs of being a human person that is existing right now, and discovering some amazing new music and hearing fantastic stories from folks just like you or me. That's enough of me. Let's get on with the show. I am so freaking excited.
Yeah, we finally got on. That's awesome.
You're a real person. You're not just
I am someone at the end of an email.
An Instagram star.
I don't know about that, but sure.
Senor Spicy. No, thank you for making the time.
Yeah, you as well.
I'm super stoked. You're in LA, right? It's early.
Yeah.
9:30.
It's 9:30, but I have to always get up on Fridays and move my car, so it's totally fine.
Oh, city living.
I know. I'm getting used to it, but yeah. Normally I move it Thursday night, but I was lazy last night, so.
It's good, We're reclaiming lazy in this gestures broadly.
Take our wins when we can get it, yeah.
The act of laziness is political resistance, I think.
Exactly. Whatever we can get.
Soothe the nervous system. It's hard.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned to you, I am kind of fresh off a red eye.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, you told me you were up early. I was like, dude, you made this work off a flight, so you're fine.
Your girl is a working mom who's just doing too much.
I definitely feel, I'm not a mom, but I definitely feel the doing too much thing. So
we appreciate the empathy on behalf of the mother community.
Yeah, no, I love my mom very much. Actually, I literally today I was like, oh, I haven't texted her in like 2 days, so which is rare. We usually text every day. So
are you an only child?
No, I have an older sister
Okay.
who thankfully has she has kids. So my mom is
Check.
Yeah, she's happy on that side of things. So I get to chase my dream.
Yeah, and you totally are. We just jumped right in, and I want to tell all the peeps, my 65 podcast followers.
Hey, dude, I have a podcast too, and we get like 100 listens. It's fine.
No, but that's the thing. I really am a big believer in niche community because you're really actually engaging with folks and having such a strong connection. So I love everyone. So who is Spencer Bland, aka in my heart, Senor Spicy?
Yeah, it's so funny because now that I'm like actually making moves, if you will, on social media, people know me as Spencer Spicy, and I've had people like introduce me like that. And I'm like, oh, right, because I have the worst last name for a comedian. No, I have to give my friend Liz Sinden a shout out for that nickname. We were like 16 years old in high school. She's very funny person. She is from my hometown, Raleigh, North Carolina. And she just walked up to me one day in high school and she was like, you're not Bland, so I can't call you Bland. I'm going to call you Spicy. And that was like my nickname in high school. And I remember when Instagram became a thing when I was in college, I was like, oh, what should my name be? I was like, oh, it'll be Spencer Spicy. So it's been that ever since.
Liz.
And people get it. Yeah.
Thank you,
people get it
Liz.
confused because they, I guess when you put spicy on the internet, sometimes people think that you're making OnlyFans content, which is fine. Not yucking anyone's yum. I'm just not doing that. I've definitely thought about it when bills get tight sometimes, but
same.
But no.
I want to sell my feet pics so badly.
Yeah, you probably, dude. I have a couple friends who do that, and they make decent money, and they don't even show their face. So
I know it's something to look into. We're all the entrepreneurs of our own lives, but
exactly.
Yeah, Spencer Bland is an so-called up and coming. I don't think up and coming. I think you've made it. You're a stand-up comic and a writer based in LA. And you made your Netflix Is a Joke debut back in October of 2025. So pretty recently. So that's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah, that was super fun. They gave me like a little postcard. Oh man, I actually don't know where it is. I usually keep it on my desk because it's like a little motivation, but it's like congrats, we're so happy to have you, it was, I like to give the caveat, it's Netflix Is a Joke radio, but it's like the first it's the first in with them, and it's like plays on their like Sirius channel and all that stuff, but I'm proud of it. So I'm not sure, and all my friends are probably listening to this and going like, dude, you have to give yourself more credit. So I'm trying my best.
That's what we need to do. Take the credit.
But I moved out here. I've been this May I'll have been in LA for a year, originally from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Love North Carolina, love the South, but I kind of did everything I could do there. And when I was younger, I tried to move to New York and do comedy up there, and I just wasn't in the right headspace. And yeah, it was just finally, I'm very open about this, but I used to be married, and that ended, and was like, okay, well, I don't really have anything for me in Raleigh anymore. And like I have like some friends and stuff, but I'd always had this desire to move to LA, and was going to do it in 2018, and had some family stuff pop up, so I couldn't. So I said, hey, what better time to restart your life than after a divorce?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I moved to LA, and now I'm in love with a beautiful woman out here, and I'm having a great time, and I've built a lovely community. And yeah, she's sleeping a room away from me right now because she sleeps in. So
Oh, lucky ducky.
yeah.
I dreamt of moving to LA to be a TV writer in 2014, and that didn't pan out. I'm a New Yorker, and I'm in New Jersey now. And,
Hell yeah.
Life just takes us on a journey. But I love that you're living your dream. And
Yeah.
it's so interesting because everything you've said about the South and the milestones in your life thus far really came through in your playlist, which is so
For sure. Yeah.
good.
I definitely, music is very important to me. I was, before I did comedy, I was in a bunch of band, and you probably caught a couple of these. Was in some like screamo bands and some emo
yeah.
bands, and that's a big East Coast. I mean, it's a big everything, but it was especially big on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was in a folk band in college, so like music's always been really important to me. I would love to be in another band one day just for fun, just because I love playing music. But obviously,
Yeah.
my main creative focus is comedy right now, and I cannot stretch myself too thin.
I cannot commiserate enough because podcasting was not my main creative focus for a long time. I've been writing fiction for
Yeah.
a really long time. I have like 4 short stories published. I've
Hell
written
yeah.
2 books. I don't have an
That's
agent.
awesome.
All the literary agents, come hit me up.
Yeah, hit her up.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Spencer, is like, as humans, we're just bubbling over with creativity, but there are only so many hours in a day. But
I agree. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, awesome. And I want to start with the fun story about how we came to know each other via the
Yeah,
internet.
it was so cool.
Yeah. So you posted this clip, this little video of yourself saying how Mr. Brightside by the Killers is basically the millennial version of Don't Stop Believing. And
Yeah.
the algorithm like served it up to me and was like,
They loved
Dina,
it.
you must engage with this because my episode 5 guest, Elise Merlot, who's actually one of my best friends, she
Yeah.
said this and it blew my mind. And yeah, I loved it. And I think, like, do you agree with me that the internet, like the universe, brought us together?
Oh, fully, dude. I have so many like cool friends that I've met purely from the internet.
Oh,
Actually, like a year ago, it would have been last week. A year ago last week, I went to London. Big soccer fan. I love the team Newcastle United. They played in the cup final, so I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spend a lot of money and just YOLO basically. And I went, and I actually got to meet up with a friend who I've been friends with for like almost 10, no, I think longer than that, like 11 years. And we met on the internet because he's from Newcastle, England. We met like I'm not even on Twitter anymore, and we met on Twitter back in the day
yeah.
because I was living in Charlotte, and there was some weird crossover with like the the Carolina Panthers and the and Newcastle United. They like did like a social media collab one day, and we just found each other in the comments, and we've been friends ever since. And we got to finally like meet and have a beer, and our team won, so that was fun. But yeah, dude, I love internet friends. I've got tons. One of my really good friends who I think you would actually love to have on. Her name's Erin Chalakian. She's blowing up right now out here in LA. But
Love that.
we met purely because right before I moved out here, I posted a TikTok. You've probably seen her. She like goes viral every day.
I know her.
Yeah.
She was Michael B. Jordan's axe throwing instructor.
Yeah, she like just went viral for that. Yeah.
I just encountered her like within the last week since the Oscars.
Yeah, that's so funny. I love that. Yeah,
I'd
she's
love
a really
to
good friend
have
of
her
mine.
on.
Yeah, I'll text her today.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's great, dude. But yeah, we met purely because like I posted a TikTok just about like, again, I'm a mama's boy, and I like posted a video when I was moving out here, and I started crying in the video, and I was embarrassed by it, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna post it. Yeah. But yeah, we met through that. So yeah, internet friends are great. And I think it's the internet can be a terrible, awful place, but sometimes it can be really, really cool, and I try to focus on the really, really cool parts.
That's such a good attitude to have about it because I think when you're getting the deluge of information that's like ugly and horrible and horrifying. You're just like, everything is bad. People are horrible, but there are so many good people that just want to
For
live
sure.
and connect. And yeah, and like, oh God, Twitter, what a pure place that was for so long.
It was so good.
in the before.
Yeah.
Awesome. So when, like, obviously I reposted you, I engaged with you because I was like, listen, Spencer, I know you're saying this, but my girl Elise said it first 6 months
Yeah.
ago. And essentially you saw, like, play this at my funeral. This girl, Dina, who is she? What
Yeah.
was your reaction? Like, as a comedian, I'm sure you were just rife with ideas.
Yeah, no, I saw the title. Well, first off, I think you were like one of the first people to comment on it. And I am like I'm neurotic about my phone because so much of comedy and entertainment right now is like you have to be on social media and you have to go viral, and like
Yeah.
that clip of mine, I think it has like almost 2 million views now, which is great. And I think it has so many views because it's not an original, like, yes, it's, I phrased it in the right way, but like so many people agree because it is. But yeah, I saw your thing, and I've always thought about funerals. I've unfortunately had a lot of people die in my family, so I've grown up going to funerals and have dealt with them a lot. And they're always, I think in the questions you sent through, I know we'll talk about funerals later, but like they're always just so boring and sad. And I know they should be, but they don't have to be. Like, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, I saw that, and then I looked at your profile, and I was like, oh, what a cool idea. I used to run a music podcast with a friend a few years ago that was not funeral based, but it was about, looking back at songs through the Billboard charts and history and stuff like that. So I just love anything music related. So yeah, I shot you a DM, and I was like, hey, love this idea. Would love to jump on, so.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
universe. Thank you, Instagram algorithm.
Yeah, for sure.
So you like to think about death and funerals. Oh, just like welcome.
Too much. Yeah.
Welcome to, no, I mean, same, big same. When you picture your own funeral, hopefully like way in the future.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Decades and eons from now, and like our health technology, will be 150.
Who knows? Yeah.
What are you picturing for yourself? Like, what elements of the funeral? You don't want it to be boring and sad.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about the atmosphere people are walking into at Spencer Spicy Bland's funeral.
I always, first off, I always joke because I'm like 6'5", 280 pounds. I'm a big guy.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I always joke with my friends that I was like, I'm a large breed dog. I was like, I'm conking out at like 55, maybe 60.
No.
Hopefully not. But yeah, I would like, and if it gets to a point where I have any say in how my funeral goes, I'd put this in my will. But like, I don't want it to be sad. I don't want people to wear suits and be like uncomfortable, and that's my least favorite thing, man. So my dad passed away 8 years ago now, or it'll be 8 years ago this September, and loved him to death. It was very sad, obviously very unexpected, but like I did not have a like fitting suit at that point in my life because I grew up going to like a really strict private high school, and I had to wear like tucked in collared shirts and ties all day, and I hate wearing that now. Don't get me wrong, I love dressing up, getting a little nice, but
it's not comfortable.
It's just not comfortable, and it's even more uncomfortable when you're like dealing with the death of like a huge loved one. So
yeah,
I've always just said like, dude, if you want to wear a suit, great. But honestly, if you want to show up in like pajama pants and a hoodie, do it. Like, grieve how you want to grieve. I want it to be like a potluck. I want it to be not a party, but like I want it to be like a gathering of community, people coming together and being like, yeah, let's talk about this guy, what we liked, maybe what we didn't like about him. And, we can just hash it out from there. I remember the guy who I gave the eulogy for my dad, but like the pastor that we had do his thing, like got his name wrong and was just like boring. And I was just like, dude, this is terrible. Like, I don't want this for my funeral. Like, I don't want it to be religious at all. I grew up very religious, but I'm not really anymore. I mean, sure, I guess you could say I'm spiritual, but like, I just want it to be like a celebration of like passing on to the next thing, I'm dead, but my memory lives on.
I love it. It's so beautiful. Yeah. And I think, okay, we just met, but I want to go to your funeral because I want to go to the potluck. I want to wear my sweats and my hoodie, and I want to cry and laugh and be in community. I think that's so very needed, and that sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
It's so hard. And I feel like so many of my guests lose their dads early.
For sure. Yeah. Dads seem to go pretty early.
husband,
Yeah.
Greg, who I mention a lot, his father passed away when he was 14.
Oh, that's so rough, dude.
It's so rough. And one of my previous guests, Tristan Byrne, this music major at Yale, like a young
Whoa, cool.
guy.
Yeah.
He's so cool. We met on a plane.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm not shy, Spencer.
Neither am I. You're fine. My mom will literally talk, dude.
Yeah.
We'll go to a store and I'll like walk away and I'll come back. My mom is talking to the person at the cashier, knows their family history,
Yeah.
knows like all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah. So I picked that up from her.
Yeah, I love that. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. All these people that I just mentioned, they lost their fathers so early. And I think even if you're an adult, it's still too early because
Yeah.
when you don't expect it, it just hits you
Oh,
that
for
much
sure.
hard. Even when you do
Yeah.
expect it, it's just
Yeah.
the line between life and death. I also just really resonate with what you said about spirituality. I'm not religious.
Yeah.
I was raised like very progressive Muslim, actually.
Cool. That's fun.
I'm first generation Syrian.
Oh, really cool.
But I'm a New Yorker. I was like born in
Yeah.
Manhattan.
How do you pronounce your last name? Is it Alabide or Alabide?
Alobaid. Aloe like the
Alabade. I was
plant.
wrong. Yeah.
Well, here's my mnemonic little trick. Aloe
Yeah.
like the plant. Bade like I bade you farewell.
Okay. Very cool. I like that. Nice.
Thanks. But yeah, I mean, grief comes for us all. Like no one is
For
immune.
sure, dude. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into the music because
Yeah.
I
Let's do
feel
it.
like we could just chit chat all day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Your playlist opens with "Concerning Hobbits" by Howard Shore from Lord of the Rings.
It's my favorite song
In the world.
in the world. Yeah. I listen to it every day.
It is so whimsical and fun, and like it sets the tone. But like, how would you describe this tone you're setting at your funeral?
It's just, it literally like makes me tear up every time I hear it. It's just so beautiful, and I think Howard Shore nailed that score so well. But it's just like, it's the beginning of the movie. I mean, after the prologue, but like it sets up Hobbiton. It makes me think of like a kid just like watching this movie for the first time and being like, I think it was the first time that I like paid. Yes, and this part, it's just
joyful.
so like it's joyful. Yeah, it's just extremely joyful. It's a great way to start the day. I mean, music, even right now, like I feel chills in my body. Music is such a powerful thing to like change our moods. And I have, whenever I need to really like hunker down or lock in, as the kids say, and like get work done, I go to this website called Rainy Mood. I put that on, and then I have a playlist that I just call Middle Earth Goes Hard, and it's just all three of the scores from the movies, and I just listen to that with some rain in the background, and yeah, something about Concerning Hobbits. It's just I have it. Let me see if I can pivot. Hold on, all the way over here.
Okay.
It's the one that has a giant glare on it, but I have the sheet music. Yeah, and you can see I have all the swords and everything. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings guy.
And you got a guitar. You got
I'm
got
a
it all.
giant nerd.
I love it.
But it's happy. It's lovely. It's a perfect way to start the day. I think Howard Shore absolutely nailed. I mean, he nailed the entire score, but like something that can describe the life and the like essence of the Hobbit culture. It's perfect. It's just like, it's agrarian, it's communal, it's fun. It has, it's just, I don't know. It's the perfect song in my opinion. I literally listen to it every day.
First of all, nerds are the best people.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you hear this music and you're like, let's get together for 11sies. Like, let's have a meal at a big long table.
It's the best, dude. And that's how I wish life were more like that. But I don't like going out as much anymore. I'm 36. I don't really go out until
young. You're so young.
Yeah. But I just love like communal things. And I don't know, something about that song, just it's beautiful to me.
So much of our lives are lived online. You were talking about like being any type of artist, especially in comedy, like you're glued to your phone. I'm also the same way. Like I'm just like really the pod is kind of new. I started sharing episodes in November, so like 6 months ago.
Awesome,
5 months
dude.
ago. And I'm just like, if someone comments, I'm like, oh, I'm responding to you.
Yeah.
I want to be in community with you.
It's fun.
So we need more of that. Like we need more impromptu dinners, but like people don't leave the house as much, or it feels like a bigger effort.
No, yeah.
But the more we talk about it and focus on that, and like try to make it happen, even when we're tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tiring. Okay, so you have such a eclectic mix of types of music.
Yeah.
Like you
It's all
mentioned
over the place.
screamo, but I love that. My
Yeah.
playlist is really similar as well because I like
Hell yeah.
sad girl emo music,
Yeah.
and I like dance music. I danced my whole life, and I love 80s and oldies. But you have a very emotional song by Sufjan Stevens,
Yeah.
Casimir Pulaski Day. So what does this song mean to you, and how did you like encounter it the first time?
Yeah, that album, I mean, I would have put the entire album on there if I could have. That album, which is Come On Feel the Illinois, or Illinois, I guess, because
Yeah.
that's how it's spelled. I remember where I was when I heard that for the first time. My friend James Barry, who is a friend of mine from high school, who like, we chat maybe like once or twice a year now, but we stay in touch. But we were just in his green like 2002 Honda Civic.
The
And he
Honda
pulled
Civic.
Yeah,
The
and he
Honda
pulled the
Civic.
he pulled the CD from the like, the fold down holder. He pulled it out and he said, "Hey, I think you'll really like this." And he put it in and it started playing and I was like, I had never heard like at that point, in my head I was like, this is indie music, but I had like never heard
Mm,
anything different. At that point in my life, I literally was listening to like Blink 182 and, just like whatever was on the radio. Like, yeah, I had like favorite bands, but I wasn't like actively really like searching out anything new. Like me and my friend in high school were like, we would go to record stores and buy like Motley Crue albums because we thought it was cool. Like I think I was like 12 or 13 and he put that on and I was just like, whoa, I didn't know you could put this many like sounds in one song, like being a dumb 13-year-old, I just didn't understand like the differences in tracks. But I remember Casimir Pulaski Day like was probably the first time a song like made me like feel sad, but not in a bad way, like in like
yeah.
a cathartic good way. And I was just like, wow, this is beautiful. And I listened to that. I think I burned through that CD. And same thing, I listen to that album every Sunday. It's like it's my favorite album. It's perfect,
Oh.
no skips. It's great. The whole album's great, but Casimir Pulaski Day is the first song from that album where I was like, oh, this is a new feeling unlocked.
What is this thing called emotions bubbling up inside of
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Sufjan Stevens is so cool. Like he did a lot of the soundtrack to Call Me by Your Name,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
love him. Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say, music discovery was so different before
Oh,
we had
dude, yeah.
Spotify, because it's like if it wasn't on a radio rotation, how would you know about it? It was like MySpace.
Yeah, it was MySpace. It was
Yeah.
a cousin burning you a CD.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite albums was this band called Boxcar Racer, which was like a Blink 182 offshoot.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, it was Mark Hop or sorry, it was Tom DeLonge and or wait, God, what am I blanking
Yeah,
on?
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, it was Tom DeLonge and
And
Travis from
Travis.
Blink-182. And then they didn't include Mark, which was like one of the first linchpins. And then there was
Sorry,
like
man.
a guy I think from this band Atticus. Anyway, it's also a perfect album. But I remember walking into a CD shop with my cousins in like Little Washington, North Carolina, and they went, "Oh yeah, I heard that this was happening." And we bought the CD and we listened to it in my cousin's like Jeep Grand Cherokee. And I remember we were like, whoa, this is sick. Like, and just like driving around this like small little town listening to this album at like way too loud of a volume. But like, that's how you discovered music back then. Or even like a little later, like I remember I used to just stay up at night and just like scroll YouTube, or not scroll, but like, click through it on my computer. And I would find new bands. Some of my favorite bands now I've found through that. And you could still do it now, but it's way harder with algorithms and everything.
Yes, because like you're getting served up. And I mean,
Yeah.
Spotify does a good job. It's like release radar. And when you do like different like mood day lists, it will serve you up new things, but it also serves you up a lot of the things you already know.
For
So
sure.
there is nothing that compares to the music you listen to in the car growing up and in your teen years. Like it's
Yeah.
imprinted on your soul.
That was one of the because a lot of people in that Mr. Brightside video were like, no, Don't Stop Believing is Don't Stop Believing for millennials. And I made a rebuttal video that didn't go
Okay.
as viral, but I was like, hey, Don't Stop Believing came out in 1981. Like that's the first year that millennials are classified as millennials, is 1981. I don't think these people were listening to this song as a 1-year-old baby and they were like, this is the song of my generation. Like the music of your generation is like the music you listen to when you're like 9 years old to like 15 years old. It's the stuff that like makes you feel and like defines like growing up. Yeah, people still disagreed, but I agree.
Well, disagreement is fertilizer for excellent
Exactly.
discourse.
Exactly.
You've introduced me to another song that I really want to talk about, Contact, by the
Oh yeah,
band As Cities
As Cities
Burn,
Burn. Yeah,
which is like,
that whole album is so good. Yeah.
it's super introspective, like super existential, which is like, I'm sure why you wanted to include it, but tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, that's also one of my favorite bands. As Cities Burn was one of those really awesome early days, like screamo bands, or if some people call it post-hardcore or whatever. I think they're out of Louisiana. But
This
this
song
song,
doesn't feel
yeah,
screamo
this
whatsoever.
this was is either their second or third album. The whole album, obviously picks up pace, gets a little more intense, but it's still not as like screamo-y. They kind of like not abandoned, but evolved from that sound. And this album, it came out at the same time that I was starting to question my own faith, and the whole song is about, is God real?
Yes.
Like, all these other people. It's like there's just one lyric where it's like, remember when we used to speak? Now I'm starting to think that your voice was really my own, bouncing off the ceiling back to me, which is like, because I grew up in church. I grew up around very charismatic, so people were like, God spoke to me. I'm getting a word from the Lord. And like, I would have to pretend like I was this to like feel involved. I was like, oh yeah, God spoke to me too. But as a kid, I was like, I'm not hearing shit. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, so I was like lying.
Yeah.
And then I heard that lyric at like, I think I was like 15 or 16, and I was like, oh shit. Again, it was just like, oh, this is exactly how I'm feeling, Yeah, again, such a good album. I love it. But yeah, that song is gorgeous. I used to listen to that on my like iTunes and cry.
Listen, there is nothing
Yeah.
I love more than like laying down, floor, backyard, whatever,
Big
and
time.
listening to music and crying and feeling so deeply. And yeah, this song, I feel like everyone should listen to it and just question their own spirituality.
Yeah, it's really, and the whole album's good. There's one
I'll have to give it a listen.
one song, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like they start the song off by interviewing people on like what they think God is, and it's just got this like interpolation of all these different people saying what they think God is while the music kicks in. It's really cool. Yeah.
Okay, As Cities Burn, and I'll have to look up the album. Go to album.
Yeah.
Go to album. It is called
The album's called Come Now
Sleep.
Yeah. It's really good. There's a really beautiful song at the end called Timothy that's about their song. I think he was
Timothy Chalamet.
I wish.
Just kidding.
I think it was like the piano player in like, I want to say Anything, or the guitar. It was like an artist from a similar band who had passed away, and it was friends with them, and the whole song's about like understanding death and like coming to grips with that. It's just a really heavy album that like was unexpected for me, that I think if it came out now, a lot more people would appreciate it. But since it was from like a smaller screamo band back in the day, like it in the industry, it did well, but I don't think it would like, really broke through barriers or anything.
I feel like a parallel album that just came out about spirituality and questioning God and is Rosalia's Lux.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Oh God, it's so it's in 13 different languages, but
holy shit, whoa.
You should listen to it. Listen to one of my favorite songs on it is La Juglar, which is like the jugular. And if you look up the lyrics of it, you will just like cry.
Okay,
but
hell yeah, I love stuff like that.
It's incredible. But yeah, this whole album, I'm gonna have to give it a listen because I love that sort of, that there's a theme across all of the songs around really questioning and being okay with that questioning. Because I think so many people just want to digest whatever is like told to them. And I think that everyone needs, we all need a heavy dose of critical thinking all the time. Sure. And this is a great way to start.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's such a good one. Thank you for introducing me to this band.
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to more.
I'm sure there's a ton on here that you'll be introduced to.
Yes. We actually have a ton. We started talking about indie, which I love indie music, especially like folky things that like I never thought I would like, but you have a whole thread of early 2000s indie and emo in your picks. Sure. You have The District Sleeps Alone Tonight by the Postal Service. Oh, that song is like me starting college. But that album, when I started listening to it on your playlist, I went to the album and I listened to Nothing Better, which is like
so good.
such a good song.
That
But
whole album is also great. Yeah.
what does that song like personally mean for you? Does it resonate about something specific?
Um, Not anything like too specific. It's just a song that I just loved singing in my car.
Mm.
I loved that album. I was a big Death Cab fan, so or still am. So like when that album came out, I was like, "Ooh, this is cool! Like it's something a little more poppier." And I love like the concept behind it, like why it's called the Postal Service. Like I don't know if you know the
I
background of like
don't know. Why is it called that?
so Ben Gibbard from Death Cab, and I cannot remember the other person's name, but they were traveling a lot. I think they lived on opposite coasts. And the guy who was like making the music would I don't know if they actually were like mailing each other tapes or if they were, but there was something involving the mail where they were like the production of the album is they like mailed each other the tapes or
The
the
CDs.
discs,
They
the
created
CDs.
mailed
Yeah.
CDs, and it's Jenny Lewis and Jimmy Tamarello.
Jimmy Tamarella, yeah. Jenny Lewis came on later because they like
Later,
had the
okay.
stuff, and then Ben was like, "Oh, I think Jenny would be great on this."
Oh
and he
yeah,
added
nothing
her.
better like on that
Yeah,
song specifically.
yeah. And Jenny Lewis is a timeless artist, and yeah, it's just so cool. And then I think they had to get approval from the Postal Service to call it that. But it's perfect, and it's such a good album. And they just did their, God, was it 20-year or 15-year album? I think it was 15. No, God, I think it was 20 years. Anyway, I remember I went and saw it, and they played that album, which is was it Give Up? Yeah, they played Give Up back to back, or they played it back to back with Transatlanticism from Death Cab for Cutie. So it was a
Wait, it's
great,
so funny you said that because I was about to bring that song up because I
yeah,
learned about that song from my episode 9 guest Laura Noel,
awesome.
and that song like actually like blew my mind. You saw them playing it live because she's seen them play it live
Yeah,
a couple times.
yeah, it was so good.
So speaking of a spiritual experience,
Yeah,
like,
actually, do I have? No, I have the poster of it somewhere, but it's like, yeah, it was just an amazing night.
of the
Yeah.
song or that show?
Of the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
so
like the
cool.
back to back. Yeah, it was so good. One of my favorite live shows.
Oh, you have a lot of emotionally intense songs on here as well, like
Yeah.
January 1979 by Me Without
Yeah.
You. Again, a band I don't know. The Leaving Song Part 2 by AFI, and
Yeah.
came out Swinging by The Wonder Years. Like definitely like interesting choices for a funeral.
Yeah.
What like specifically draws you to that music? Is it nostalgia? Is it you want to
Oh, for
feel even
sure.
more intensity?
Those are just like some of my favorites. I mean, January 1979 is probably a top 5 song. From Me Without You is my favorite band of all time. They're a band that I think were criminally underrated, in my opinion. I know they are not for everyone because like the lead singer kind of does this like talking, singing kind
Yeah.
of thing, but like the lyricism and the music alone are just so good. And they're one of those bands that I like grew with. Like they, when they
Mm.
came out, they were this like garage punk band, and then they turned into this like ethereal like rock, and like all their songs were based on like Christianity and spirituality, and they evolved that, and they had like an album come out that was based on like Sufi poetry, which was really beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think that
Oh.
it's called It's All Crazy, It's All False, It's All a Dream, It's All Right. But the whole
Ooh. I
album's
love
based
that.
on Sufi poetry. It's beautiful. And they started as this like Christian band, and then they moved into just more of like a spiritual band, and now like they're not a band anymore. I was actually at their final farewell show in Philly in 2021, and it was just like a beautiful there I would travel the world for that band. I love them. But it's cool because like the lead singer now like teaches religion at like a college out in like Idaho, and yeah, it's really cool. And like two of the band members were autistic, and
Oh,
like but like we're obviously their hyper
incredible.
focus was
Yeah.
music, and
Yeah.
just a beautiful band. But that, and then like AFI and the Wonder Years, all those like early 2000s pop punk, post hardcore, whatever you want to call it. It's just like,
Mm.
it's just nostalgia, man. That music just like speaks to my bones. I just love it.
People love pop punk.
Yeah.
So many people. My guest Katie Klein also like a lot of people select pop punk. And what's so interesting to me about it is growing up hearing pop punk, you're like, oh, this is just fun and loud and
Yeah.
like a great beat. But then when you like click into it and you dig deeper, you're like, oh, this is emotional and contending
Yeah,
with
the
like
lyrics are
very
sad. Yeah.
heavy themes. And that's so interesting that the mewithoutYou lead singer became a religious spiritual teacher.
Yeah.
It's like very Cat Stevens becoming Yusuf and like
And
just
he is kind of that way. His name's Aaron Weiss, Weiss, and he's I've met him a few times. He's a wonderful man.
Cool.
They're big hippies, man. Their tour bus ran on French fry oil. Like
what? That's awesome.
Yeah, they used to host like potlucks like behind the venues when they had shows. Like they're just
like with the fans.
Yeah, they're just really cool, sweet guys.
Cool.
Every band that knows them loves them and all says this. Like Hayley Williams from Paramore, they're her favorite band. She's actually in a couple songs. Because they all came. Like, dude, I remember seeing there was a really cool venue where I lived called the Brewery in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I remember going to a concert when I was like 13 or 14 and watching a like 15-year-old Hayley Williams open up with Paramore. Like they were the opening band. Like she's been doing it for so long, dude.
I know, and she's like ageless, and and her voice. She's so cool. She's like one of the coolest.
She's great.
I was really excited to see A Favorite House Atlantic by Coheed and Cambria. And like for anyone who doesn't know the song, I'm just gonna play the first little bit and you're gonna know it.
Exactly.
And this is me listening to it for the last 2 weeks.
Good.
It's so
good. Yeah. And his voice, dude, I remember like middle school, all of us trying to like do that voice. Yeah.
I mean, I was in high school then, but yes.
It's funny too, because like that song is so poppy and different than everything they sound like. But that's what I love about them is like they can do. Claudio Sanchez, the lead singer and frontman of that song, is just so talented that he can do whatever he wants and make it work. And I remember I fake sick from school that day. And I was like watching either VH1 or it wasn't MTV. It was like it was like Fuse or VH1, one of the smaller channels. And they're like, oh, we have this new music video from this band, Coheed and Cambria. And I was like, what an interesting name. And then I saw the music video because they're like in a bar that's like, they're like pretending to be like an 80s band. It's just so much fun. And then I like learned about the lore and the background of like all their albums and just they're a top 3 band of mine. I love Coheed and Cambria.
I mean, I started listening to it and I remembered every lyric of this song. And I was like, oh my God, please, someone get me in my 94 Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
I'm 16. I'm driving around Westchester, New York. But in like the best way.
And they're from Jersey. So like because they rep like they're like I think one of their songs is called Jersey Devil. Like they rep New Jersey super hard. I love them. Yeah.
Actually, so again, my friend Laura Noel, she's like a singer, guitarist, a pianist. She's been in a band. She's so cool. She's such a music head. She lives in Asbury Park, so all she does is go see live music.
Nice.
And she really gave me an education about how many pop punk, screamo bands, indie bands are from Jersey. The Bleachers, Jersey roots.
Oh, tons, dude. Yeah. Jersey and like it was like Jersey, North Carolina, Florida randomly, and then like Ohio. Like we're big outputs. Yeah.
So cool. That song is amazing.
Oh, Philly too, but yeah.
Okay, so like I love the song. I don't really know what it means, which is fine. What do you think it means?
That's the cool thing about Coheed songs is they always have double meanings. So like within the context of the world that Claudio Sanchez has built, there is a there's like this whole I mean, God, I could talk for like an hour about this. I'm not that well versed in it, but a couple years ago I was like, I love this band, I should learn what the lore is. But there's like a family and they're called House Atlantic. So like their last name is like their surname is Atlantic. So like the same way if you know Dune, it's like House Atreides. They're like House Atlantic. That's okay.
I know Game of Thrones, House Targaryen.
Okay, so it's like House Targaryen, House Stark. So this is like House Atlantic.
Okay.
This song is about them needing a favor. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So it's very funny. But then also you listen to it and you're like, oh, it just sounds like someone, oh, your eyes tell the story of a day you wish you could recall the moments that once had. Like it's just like, oh, they're just talking about a better time in life. But it's like, no, and that's what's cool is like, and it makes you really appreciate the songwriting because every song has like a double meaning, which is nuts.
I mean, my voice does not go that high.
Recall the footsteps that brought us to this favor.
Oh,
I'll never ask this of you. Yeah, good eye, and that good eye sniper.
Good eye sniper.
Yeah, because there's like an assassin in the story. It's crazy. Yeah.
Like when I hear that line, "Good eye sniper,"
yeah,
I'll shoot and you run like it is
Yeah.
just the way that it's musically delivered is it makes you want to dance, but it makes you also want to like be a sniper.
And that's why I think it was so popular because it's like
Yeah, so good.
it's an earworm, but it's just like it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Such a solid choice. I love it. Like, because the thing is, when I listen to people's playlists, even if I love that I discover new music,
Yeah.
but I also rediscover music that I loved or just didn't think deeply enough about.
Yeah.
It's so cool. You have a song on here called "I'll Believe in Anything" by Wolf Parade,
Yeah.
which I think I might have mentioned earlier. If I didn't, anyway, I'd never heard it before, and I'm obsessed with it. How are you introduced to this song? It's so good. Oi.
I have to look up. It is from
so
one of
good.
my favorite albums of all time. So it's sorry, I had the window open and it disappeared.
Do the research. We're trying to deliver the information to the people.
So it's from the album called Apologies to the Queen Mary. I knew that. A lot of people, it's having a resurgence right now because I don't know if you've heard about or know about Heated Rivalry at all.
I'm familiar. And
okay,
I've seen some of your stuff because you love hockey.
Oh, right. Yeah. I love hockey and I'm bisexual, so it really, really nailed the
I'm trying to get my husband to watch it with me. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I will say from a media standpoint, like it's an okay show. Like it's it's acted somewhat okay. But there's one storyline that's actually like really good and better than the main storyline in my opinion. And this song, I'll Believe in Anything, plays at the crescendo of that storyline. And I love that it's reintroducing people to it because Wolf Parade is a perfect band in my opinion. They're Canadian as well, so like, and Heated Rivalry is a Canadian show.
Yes, of course,
so
hockey.
It's given them a little resurgence and like they're touring again, which is awesome. But yeah, it's from this album called Apologies to the Queen Mary, and I love it. And it's one of those ones that a few years ago I was like, I love this album, but I also love Good News for People Who Love Bad News by Modest Mouse, which is also on this playlist.
Float On is on here.
Yeah. And I looked it up, and it's, because the lead singer of Modest Mouse, Isaac, I almost said Isaac Block, but it's Isaac Brock, produced Apologies to the Queen Marys. That's why they sound so similar, because they're both perfect albums in my opinion. But yeah, I remember listening to I'll Believe in Anything. It was another song that I discovered on YouTube, and then I remember later in college, being like, oh man, I remember this song. I gotta find it. And I'm not kidding, like 5 hours on YouTube one night, like typing in like
I've been there.
just like trying to like describe the noise. I was like, it's got that ding turn turn ding. And I was like, yeah.
How do you
finally
type that?
ended up finding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that song. It's hopeful, but it's also like kind of sad if you listen to the lyrics. It's great. I love it.
You have it back to back with Float On. I'm gonna play a little of it because I want everyone. For the clips, because I can't put the music.
For sure.
We got to remove the music for.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Licensing, they come for me, but I like to play by the rules.
It's so good.
It's so freaking good.
It's just like it's the BPM, the synth going. Yeah.
I first listened to your playlist on a walk. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a good walking playlist. Yeah.
I listened to it like 4 times already, but the first time I heard it, I was on a walk and I was like, this song, and the sun was coming down. It's like spring is starting to break through here in the Northeast. And I was like, oh, it's springtime. This is a great song for spring.
Yeah.
I mean, thank
you
again.
It crescendos well at the end with like the woo. It's awesome.
In anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a singer, but I like to sing on the show.
Neither am I. You're fine.
And it's my show, so I can do that.
Do it, girl.
Thanks, Spencer. You have again, I mentioned all the various types of sounds musically on the playlist, and you have like this dreamier stretch of songs with 2 Weeks by Grizzly Bear, Time to Pretend by MGMT, which is like so very 2000s, and Sleeping Lessons by the Shins. So what do those songs, like what does that evoke in you, and what do you want it to bring out for folks listening at your potluck celebration of life?
Yeah, it's college. It's smoking bad weed and drinking too many cheap light beers.
Franzia. Boxed wine. I drank a lot of boxed wine in college.
We used to play Slap the Bag in college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's just being a little crossfaded and like hearing a song that maybe pulls you from the edge of throwing up, Like I haven't been there in a very long time, but I remember just being in a random house and being like, oh, I've overindulged. I need to get some fresh air. And then someone put that music on, and I was like, well, hold on, I gotta dance to this. Like MGMT, that is just like, that sound is just quintessential college for me. And same thing with oh my god, I'm blanking on what the other three were on there.
The Shins,
yeah.
And who else?
I
Grizzly
love,
Bear.
Yeah, Grizzly Bear, like saying like 2 weeks. I got to, they toured
2
again on
weeks
that
is so
album.
good.
It's so good, and my girlfriend and I got to go see it here in LA, and it was just like
Nice.
so beautiful to hear live, especially in such a beautiful theater. We were at the Shrine Theater, which is like over on USC's campus, and yeah, they just invoke college for me, man. Like not having a care in the world, you know, maybe being a little stressed about how your grades are, but at the end of the day, being like, I don't care, dude. I'm here to party.
Yeah, I'm here to be in community.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
learn how to be a member of society in that way.
Yeah.
It's so, it really sucks that when you're young like that, you can just overindulge. I like the way you said that. And then the next morning you're fine, because now it's like I have one drink and I'm like, what's happening? My body's shutting down.
Yeah, I have like a glass of wine, and the next day I'm like, feel like I got hit by a truck.
Same.
Yeah.
We're just like, are we drinking enough water? Everyone hydrate.
I literally drink like 2 of these a day. Like and it's like the size of my head. And I'm Yeah, you're right there.
I mean, you're 6'5", I'm 5'1" almost. So different. But yeah, you gotta hydrate.
Big time.
You also have some country music on here, and I notoriously have said in the past I don't like country, but my guests are introducing me to so much amazing country.
Because you don't like post 2000s mainstream country. That's what it is.
Yes.
Because I agree. No, and here's the thing: no one likes that music because it's dog shit. Like, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here, but
you are. I mark it as explicit, and we love a spicy take, a Spencer spicy take. So
it's not good music. It's corporate bullshit made to sell trucks for like the Ford truck event. Like, and I can say that like I was raised in the South. Like my family is are from towns of like less than 20,000 people. I grew up in a city, thank God, but like I love country music. I love the roots and the realness of country music, but I can't
stand the storytelling.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, John Prine is every country music's favorite artist, or every country artist's favorite artist, because he's perfect. And like, I love Chris Christopherson, the Highwaymen, Waylon Jennings, all the old stuff is really good. And even like your like 80s and 90s, like Alan Jackson, early Brad Paisley, it's just so good, man.
Those are names I'm familiar with.
Yeah, Brooks and Dunn, because that's good country music. Yeah, I think I have, because I have Neon Moon on here, right? Yeah.
Okay. This is a song I wanted to talk to you about by Brooks and Dunn, Neon Moon.
It's perfect.
It's a cool song.
Yeah.
It is. Is it from the 80s?
I think it's, I want to say it's like 94. Let me see.
But I love the
sun goes down.
1992. Yeah.
92.
Yeah.
We all think of 90s as like heroin chic models and Spice Girls and but the early 90s were very 80s. And this song, I heard it and I was like, Spencer, what's happening here? It's like this twangy music.
Yeah.
That's very 80s, but that kind of country is so cool.
That song just makes me
unique.
Yeah,
sound.
it makes me feel like it's nighttime, but it's still really hot outside. Like it's just yeah. And I love like even when I love wearing like flannel shirts, so like I always leave my shirts deep unbuttoned. Yeah, so it's just like
nice.
you're in a bar, you're a little sad, you're probably a little sweaty. It's like 9:30 at night. You probably shouldn't be drinking as much as you are, and again, it's a very sad song, but it's beautiful. It sounds good. I love a song that can put you in a place, you know? And you can build the world around Neon Moon very well.
Yeah, it's so funny as you were explaining that. I have been to Houston before where I went to some ice houses, and I'm like picturing myself in my early 20s visiting my friend who lived in Houston at the time, like listening to something like this. It is like simplicity, but creates it's world building. You said you like world building. Lord of the Rings,
I love world building,
that.
but they're also just like the songs have heart and they're real, and they're about loss, or it's even if they're about having a good time, they're like they're realistically having a good time. When you listen to like current country, it literally just sounds like they yeah, but it's like it's like they just put truck beer jeans into like Chat GPT and said, "Write me a song." Like there's no like dude, I don't, but like my extended family, my brother-in-law, all the people I grew up with, they hunt, they fish, they love it. I'm, like tangentially on those circles. I grew up doing a lot of that stuff. And an adult, I said, not so much for me. But like even the people who live those lifestyles, like they're not doing truck, light beer, jeans as much as these songs are saying. Like it's crazy.
It's a cliche that's just doesn't hold true because people are so multifaceted, and it's not like.
Yeah, that's why I think when like a real country artist like pops on the scene, people really, really like attach to it. But yeah, there's a really good modern country genre now that people are referring to as y'alternative.
Oh,
YALL, y'alternative.
Okay, I love that.
Orville Peck is like kind of the front runner in there. One of my favorite songs, I know it's on the playlist, "Sexy After Dark," Joshua Ray Walker. It is a wonderful song. Yeah, and he's a big queer country artist, and it's just like, yeah, it's fun. There's I find a y'alternative playlist and listen to it, and you'll love country music.
Okay, wait, y'alternative. Shaky Graves is considered y'alternative. I love Shaky Graves. Yeah. I saw him in 2018 at Austin City Limits.
Yeah,
and like Dearly Departed, that song is. I didn't even think it would be considered that. I love that song. That song would maybe be on. Maybe I should add that to my playlist.
Hell yeah.
My playlist is like pushing 9 hours, but I am.
I would have made mine much longer.
It's okay because like we can't talk about it all. But I said in like the little teaser episode I did at the beginning of this season because I'm doing seasons because I have a corporate day job. I said that I'm working on a curated list because I am just so impressed with all my guests doing that. And I'm like, I've really taken a shortcut by just like, I'll keep adding forever. Yeah. My funeral is a 3-day Indian wedding where music playing nonstop. Not?
Yeah.
But I think I'm turning 40 this summer and I think I'm going to do.
Congrats.
Thanks. A curated list of 40 songs. So
very fun.
I'm working on that.
We're
all working on something.
Exactly. Yeah.
One of the most soulful, beautiful musical moments on your playlist is the song "Changes" by Charles Bradley and the Budos Band. And it's very like raw. And you've mentioned that you've contended with a lot of like big family changes and moments of grief. Yeah. So how does this song like support you in that, nurture you in that? And how do you feel like share with us a little bit about like change and life and your take on that?
Yeah, I love that song. I was introduced to Charles Bradley in 2015 at a music festival in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. The music festival is just called Eau Claire's.
Cool.
And he was playing, and this guy, it was a weirdly hot day in Eau Claire. It was like in the 90s. This dude's dripping sweat. I think at the time he was probably in his like late 60s, early 70s.
Oh.
And he is like putting on a show. He's coming out into the audience. He's touching people on the face. He's going, "I love you." Like he just very, very soulful, beautiful man. God rest his soul. He passed away a few years ago. But he like, I don't know. I just love that song, man. I listen to it whenever something like transitions in life. It's just a good. It's just I love it because like he's gotten his flowers later in life. That song's been on a few movies now, and like people who are like in music know Charles Bradley. He's got a wonderful discography. But yeah, that song just a good song about transitions in life.
It's so good. I want to find it. Where did it go? Yeah, it's right after Neon Moon.
Yeah.
I heard it and I'm like, I know it from somewhere, right? Because you said it's been used in a couple movies and things like that.
Yeah.
But
it's great.
Yeah. It feels like I can picture it at a funeral.
Yeah.
Just, you're sitting and you're closing your eyes and you're smiling because you're remembering a moment with the person you're honoring.
I feel unhappy.
And it's about like losing love. It's just a good song, man. Charles Bradley rules.
It's a beautiful pick. Thank you for bringing it into all of our lives.
Yeah.
I was really giddy to see You've Lost That
Oh, yeah,
Love
dude.
and Feeling by the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a specific association with it, myself included. Why did you pick that? Because of
That was a little shout out to my dad. I grew up
Oh,
listening to like beach music and doo-wop and oldies because he loved
nice.
that kind of music. And we were like I like really latched onto the Beach Boys. He hated the Beach Boys, but we loved the Righteous Brothers, and I love that song. And it's just anytime I've ever gone through a breakup, I've like gone on a road trip and just blasted that song, and it's just a good song.
You never close your
Yeah.
eyes.
It's great, man.
I
That
mean,
and Unchained Melody are so good.
for me, it's Top Gun. Obviously, when
That's right,
he
yeah.
sings in the bar, and
Yeah.
that movie is like very iconic for many of us in like our 30s and 40s because it was like
Yeah.
a little spicy,
Yeah.
and the music was so amazing, and like the heavy, like Val Kilmer. It's just a great movie. That song, you just want to be in a bar, like singing out your feelings. So
Yeah, it's good. It's a good karaoke song.
I like that. That's an homage to your dad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He introduced me to all that music.
That's so cool. Yeah, our parents' musical taste and like what's meaningful for them makes such a big impact. My parents, I grew up listening to a lot of ABBA and Boney M,
Yeah, nice.
and I need to get an ABBA album, but I have Boney M's greatest hits vinyl album, and it
Oh,
is
that's awesome.
my toddler son's favorite
That's
music.
cool.
We will be
Yeah.
having like dinner, and I like to put on an album, and he'll be like, "Daddy cool, please, Daddy cool." And I'm like, it's like this 70s disco music, lots of Caribbean and African influences.
Yeah.
And yeah, our parents help shape our
Yeah.
musical education, like what they want to listen to in the car.
Big time.
But before you can drive yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
The song The First Days of Spring by Noah and the Whale was like, you talk about crescendos a lot, and this was
Yeah.
like a true emotional, we're going there, we're going to the
Yeah.
summit. And I haven't heard a song like that in so long, and there is like an explosion, a catharsis in there,
Big time.
and it's mostly instrumental, so it's like
Yeah.
so freaking cool. And I like to say I don't play favorites, but I think this is my favorite song on your playlist.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh,
That album, which is by the
it's
same
so
title,
good.
called The First Days of Spring. Unfortunately, that band doesn't exist anymore, and it's such a
Oh
bummer. But
man.
like they put out a accompanying short film that you listen to with the album.
Ooh.
And it's so good, man. And they're another band where like their first album was very poppy. They had this song called 5 Years Time that was like kind of popular in like the indie film scene for a little bit. And they came out with this album, and it's like sad, and it's about a breakup, and
Yeah.
like dealing with all that. And it's just, I remember listening to it at the same time that I was going through a big breakup, and it just was so beautiful. And I love it's just, yeah, it's like the orchestral part of that album is just like
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It is. Oh God, that song is so good.
Yeah.
And it's cinematic.
Yeah. And if you watch the
I want to.
the accompanying short film, it's just as good.
That's a hot tip. It's really
Yeah.
like you feel it viscerally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love feeling sad when I listen to music.
Yeah.
So I've been obsessed with Damien Rice for so long, and I did
Yeah.
some
Oh,
research into it because there's research that shows that people who like sad music are actually quite happy because
Yeah.
they are open to experiencing the full range of human emotions.
Yeah. Fully. Yeah. And it's just like I think when you listen to sad music, you are letting go of some things, and you're letting yourself process and heal from whatever is making you sad.
Yeah.
And while the song might not equate perfectly to whatever your situation is, we as humans do a good job at compartmentalizing and making things work for us. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't listen to that sad shit. It's I don't want to feel sad when listening when I'm music. And it's like, dude, it's not like yeah, you can cry, but it's a catharsis. It's a release. It's I think it's why so many people are so high strung these days, because it's like,
yeah, let it
just
out.
go listen to some sad music and have a cry in the car, my guy. Like,
Tears are healing. Like,
yeah, big time.
no,
dude.
honestly, I love listening to sad music, and I think you're missing out if you don't. It's so interesting. So one of my friends, Anna Santelises, she loves the podcast, and she's like, I love what you're doing here because you're talking about these topics that people don't want to touch. And in Western culture, no one wants to talk about death and grief and breakups of any kind, friend breakups, life breakups, romantic. And like, people in Eastern cultures, really, they're happy to come face to face with death because it's like as much a part of life as living is. And it's sad that band's not together anymore, Noah and the Whale.
Dude, it's such a bummer. I had tickets to go see them in Raleigh. I mean, this was like well over 10 years ago now. And they canceled the show because they broke up as a band on the road. Yeah. I think the frontman now like works in film in London or somewhere in England, because like he's a very talented filmmaker. So I'm glad that he's still doing stuff. But yeah, that's one of my favorite albums. It's beautiful.
That band for me is the Civil Wars, who I did get a chance to see in New York City at Town Hall. Which
that's cool. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. But again, like, they were together. They met at a songwriting conference.
Yeah.
Joy, and I'm forgetting his name.
Same, yeah. They have such an interesting history.
The album, Barton Hollow. Oh my God. That whole album, no skips. Poison and Wine.
Yeah. I remember they were like, when Stomp and Holler was like really on the rise, like they came out and people were like, oh, this is it. And then there's all, the people were like, wait, they're not married? Like,
I know, because it's like,
which kind of led to them breaking up. But
I mean, who knows the real story? But I was so sad that they broke up because their music, I mean, we got this one perfect album.
Yeah.
But okay.
Which like sometimes that's okay. I'll take a perfect album versus not ever getting one, Versus
like you're just doing an album with like 20 songs every year. Like, what?
Yeah.
Last question for now.
Okay.
If someone who had never met you walked into your funeral and heard this playlist from beginning to end, what do you think they'd learn about you?
That's such a good question. I remember reading it on the email and being like, I need to think about this one, and I'm still like, God, I have no idea. I mean, they'd probably.
What do you want them to think?
They'd probably be like, man, this guy was kind of sad. Because it's funny, because most of the songs are like sad lyrics, but that's just unfortunately just the music I listen to, and I love it. They'd probably be like, yeah, this guy's in tune with his emotions, but hopefully they'd think that this guy really gave everything a chance. I think the only things I didn't really put on here were like rap and hip hop, which I have favorite albums of those as well. But I was going through and I was like, it was never like a huge genre for me. So I was like, no, I need 30 songs. I got to put these 30 in it. Dude, it was like 60 songs at one point. I had to tear it down. Yeah. But yeah, I think they'd probably just be like, man, this guy listens to music.
An emotionally mature, sensitive king.
Hopefully, yeah. Been in therapy for 10 years, so.
Therapy is so good. Like, people are so scared to dig through their shit. But the only way we're going to grow and evolve, you were talking about music evolving, is if we confront it. I'm very confrontational, but not in a bad way. And people are so avoidant. So thank you for bringing that energy.
I try.
Okay, you're going on tour soon, like tomorrow, like in a couple of days.
Let's see, today is the 20th. Yeah.
Okay, so tell everyone where they can find you, where you're going to be, and how to keep in touch and check out one of your shows.
Yeah, biggest thing where to find me is on Instagram. I'm going all in on that. I'm at Spencer Spicy on Instagram. I've got a website called godsfavoritecomedian.com.
Yes.
Yeah, love it. It's a little joke, but I'm going on tour from March 26th until like May 8th. I think I'll have like a couple weeks where I'm back home in LA with some downtime, but I'm going to Boise, Idaho, Anchorage, Alaska, Denver, Colorado, Erie, Pennsylvania, Annapolis, Maryland, all throughout North Carolina, Raleigh, Wilmington, Greensboro.
Okay.
I'm doing a little like feature show in Nashville, and then I'm ending it with a big headlining show in Denver. So if you're anywhere near there, come see me. If you're not anywhere near there, please still follow me on Instagram. I'm sure I'll be going on tour later in the summer and the fall as well. So yeah. And if you're in LA, come out to a show. I pretty much have a show like every week. So.
All right. Well, we can't wait to follow along on
Yeah.
all your adventures, Mr. Spicy, Spencer Bland, and emotionally evolved king. We all want to see this. We want every man to be this evolved. So
We love it. Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you, Gina. This
on.
was so much fun.
Awesome. That's our show for today. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you liked the show or loved the show, make sure you hit that follow button wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. And please, please, please rate and review, leave a comment, drop in the notes a new song you discovered that you loved or the song or songs you want played at your own funeral. I'm so happy to have you listening, but also you can follow along on more across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. at Play This at My Funeral podcast. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to my editor and co-producer, Alice Marcondes. And I'm just going to leave you with this one last thought. Don't be afraid to go deep. Dance every chance you get. And always keep it real. Thanks for listening. Bye.